Good morning, Ramon. Good morning, team. Everyone's back again, I see, for some more winners. It looks like we had a lot of folks in the chat with some, big wins in there. Moneyline Mills must have played the money line on some WNBA action in there. So looks like a good day by a lot of folks. Morning, Steam. We still had another good day. We're ready to keep it rolling here as well. Hopefully, everyone is excited for the weekend. Hopefully, you have some, big plans, can take some rest and relaxation for perhaps another day off of work. I know you guys deserve that as well. Here, sports never stops. That's all I know, Ramon. How are you today?
Well, great, Mindy Hahn. Uh, Welcome to the morning steam with the Midwest Premier Sports Handicapper. There she is, Mindy Hahn. I'm your host, Ramon Scott. I'm coming to you from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. The sports do not stop. We've got playoff action. We've got interesting things going. French Open starts tonight,
Oh,
late
yeah.
tonight or early morning here. Indy 500 this weekend. Major League Baseball, softball. Maybe
Right,
we might need
baseball.
an update. What's going on in softball?
Well,
Super
I mean, the Cowboys punched their ticket. The Cowgirls, I guess you would say, right? Oklahoma State got it done yesterday versus Oregon.
and college baseball's going on as well. I will mention right now. I don't know too many people might be into it, but uh, I almost want to call it breaking news right now. End of two, Latvia two, Canada one at the IHF World Championships right now. A huge upset in the making. I don't know if it's an upset anymore. The way this Latvia team is playing at the World Championships right now in the elimination stage, they have just been incredible. Now they are, regionally hosts there, but still to be defeating Canada at this point, they already, of course, knocked off Sweden in a huge upset. And here they are, plus 275 today against Canada right now through two, just about ready to start the third period. Latvia upsetting Canada. This is big news, Mindy, I promise you. And a little bit later on, coming up in about 2 hours, it's Germany and the United States in the other semifinal. The United States about a $3 favorite to beat Germany, but who knows at
At
this
this
point?
rate, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and I would think this Latvia team. I believe Canada. Hold on, I'll get back to you. It might be a goal here. It might be 2-2 at this point. We'll keep you updated here on this one in just a moment. So, pretty interesting game going on here. All right, just say hello to a few folks and see what's going on in the chat because you mentioned everyone getting going here. We know we have playoff action uh, tonight in the NBA. We've got the hockey game tonight as well. National TV coverage on ABC. So
It sounds like a lot.
there is a lot going on. So let's say hello to some folks. We've got kind of a packed show, so we better get into it. But we want to greet everyone here joining us today. And it was, Moneyline Mills talking about his wins right now. Wow. 6-teamer there. Curtis was here to get things rolling as well. Latifa is here today. Ziggy and Bionic. Gary is here. Also, Blake. Here today, Lazzy Love with us. Thomas Lewis, Darren, all the regulars. Here's doubles. Tyrone is here today. James Edward, Nathan Cerna. He's been up all morning capping. I've also been watching some low-level UFC programming here. The road to the fighters trying to make a name for themselves.
Cool.
Joel Costa here. Let's go over to Tony'sPicks.com where you'll find our premium picks for today over there on the website. Take a look. Look at this. numbers here. Hollywood Sam 5-0-1. The VIP account 4-1. Nick 4-1. Mindy came in pretty heavy yesterday with a 9-5 performance. What were some notable results for you?
Oh, well, let's see. I got to go back and look here.
Well,
So I had.
I'll tell you what they were.
Oh, you'll tell me? Okay, good. Well, I mean, I had the Phillies here on. I played a lot of run lines yesterday. I had the Phillies on the run line, Giants on the run line, Marlins on the run line, Pirates on the run line, and then I had a couple overplays here with the Red Sox, and then of course the Dodgers. Oh yeah, you pulled it up there. And then I had some college baseball winners there too. Oklahoma State, Miami played Wake, and then just missed with LSU, darn it.
Yeah, I did not do well in my college baseball, so I'm pretty bummed. So good numbers there, though, 9-5 for you, Mindy. And also, we'll just mention our morning steam team picks were 4-2-1 yesterday, it looks like, at least what we had entered in on the site. There you see it. Also, Tiffany 4-2. Joseph Schultz 4-2, Ben Ruhala 3-1, Tim Irwin 2-1, Tony T profit as well for the last 7 days. Take a look. Tim Irwin on top. Joseph Schultz, our new capper, right there. Our morning steam team showing our profit.
There we are.
Whatever it is, we just keep putting up a little bit of number. That's pretty good. And Tim Irwin up 1150 over the last 30 days over at Tony'sPicks.com. You could use the promo code TonyT at checkout, save 20% off our premium pick packages for Saturday. Everyone's loaded up, hopefully, with their plays. Mindy and I are going to give you a bunch of free winners in just a moment. Then we'll have our premium plays ready for the day's action. But take a look and see what's going on today with the rest of the crew. Vincent DiMichele, our new capper, also. We'll see what he's got today. A 7-pack in Major League Baseball. Looks like he's a volume guy. He's also got a 3-pack that includes the playoff games. Tony T, a 3-pack. Ben Ruhala, Major League Baseball 3-pack. Hollywood Sam is heavy in action in soccer today, it looks like. We know we got some big games. A heavy dose of soccer action today from around the world right now going on, as a matter of fact. So let's see what some of the matchups they are looking at. Hollywood Sam, he's got Borussia Dortmund here. This one goes off in 12 minutes going up against Mainz. He's got afternoon action from France with Monaco in action. He also has more action coming up in the next day or two. All right. We better get rolling over back to the site and get ready for all of our games that we're going to talk about, because there's a lot of them. And maybe a few more folks strolling in. Ron G here. Saw James Hahn. I saw Ron Hahn in one of the chat rooms yesterday. So we haven't seen too much of Ron, but I did see him yesterday. Maybe it was in Tony's show. So that was great. The Great One is here today. Welcome to the Great One. Representing new commenters. Also, RCNYC. Great to have RCNYC joining us. Cool, Mindy.
Right.
And Fernando here as well.
Nathan is must be handicapping outside with the mosquitoes, enjoying the morning. As he's probably coming home from hitting another royal flush.
And Justin Millage also here today. We'll be ready to go here with the picks. We'll start in the playoff sports, even though they're at night, because those are the big games today, and we'll see. See what Mindy has to say about these as well. All right. Here we go. Starting the NBA, and Mindy, we've seen, look, it's going to be hard to consider the Celtics to be the first team to ever come back and from that 4-0 deficit. Could this be? Look, I guess if any series is going to be the one, it would be an 8-1. I don't want to downplay the Heat's chances, but they are an underdog here in this one. And again, like I said, funny thing, right? They're an underdog in this game. They'd be an underdog in the next game. They're favored to win the series. I'm not sure how that works. So, like I said, if you were interested in the Celtics here, why not take them on the series price at $1.32 plus $1.30, maybe even $1.25 worst case scenario? They win this game. You're in a perfect position next game to have an 8 or 9 point favorite, and you've got them on the money line. This is the best way. I tried to explain it and I couldn't. Right? I was like, oh, how do I? I know you guys, most of you, all get it, but should they win this game and they're favored to win, so not only you don't have to lay any points, you're getting plus $1.25 or $1.30. Just consider it this game because they can't lose this game. They have to win to stay alive. So you're getting 25 or 30, not getting paid on the game, but you'll go into next game with an 8-point favorite and you already have plus $1.25 locked in.
Yeah, so, and maybe you can win both, right? Maybe you can hit the middle, like you're talking about.
Could yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's, I think, lots of ways, and I'm glad Ramon has been breaking this down for us. I think he's had a handle on this, series here all along, but I think it's getting harder, right? I mean, again, I like the Heat to win this series. I had for the last couple of games, but I'm not so sure this is the spot, everyone. I do kind of think the Celtics get back into this one today. I don't know. That's just kind of how I see it. I feel like, they're warming up from 3. I think, the Heat being without Vincent maybe really hurts their depth. Celtics are playing desperate here. I don't know. The Heat are 2-9 against the spread in their last 11, following a straight up loss as well. And, the Celtics are 5-2 against the spread in Miami. I think I got to go with the Celtics today. I'm going to come back on the Heat if it goes this way here tonight.
Oh, wow. So you're already kind of looking ahead. You think
a prediction, yeah.
But mostly because they'll be getting so many points, you think they'll be able to compete in that.
I mean, I thought all along, like, this is probably where I think that this game should have been. I don't really feel like it should have been an 8.5 point game last time. But, of course, I was not on the right side of that, of course. So, again, I feel like this is more like maybe where it should have been. And if the Celtics, in the last game were -3, I probably would have taken them. I just felt like that 8.5 was way too much.
Mindy, are you on the money line on this or laying 3?
Yeah, I'll take the money line here. I mean, okay. I don't want to lay the 2.5, 3, whatever. I'll just take him for the win.
Well, you mentioned Gabe Vincent, definitely questionable with that ankle injury. He's had a couple of days now. He didn't play in the last games. He's had several days. Maybe more key is the forearm injury to Malcolm Brogdon. The MRI, he's questionable. I'd say he's pretty darn questionable. So we shall see, and that's a pretty big name as well. So one thing we don't have today, however, Mindy, is no Scotty Foster, and I don't mean our chat.
Right.
Right. I've seen the officials. Scotty Foster not there today, so saw some of the comments there. Looks like some people still on the Heat here. Celtics for a blowout here. Thomas Lewis, hello to King Me.
Yeah, there could be multiple in here. We don't.
All right, Mindy, I'm going to take the under in this one. The pressure's on. The pressure's on. It's getting hot around the collar. And as we get closer to those final games, I just feel like it really gets a little tense. Moneyline Mills says this could be it. He might be on the Heat, it sounds like today. So Boston first half for Gary. And I'm surprised we're not seeing a whole lot of opinion. Gary did All right. Oh, here comes a few more. All right. Yeah, that looks like it from the chat. I don't think they're too interested in game 6, man. Nathan says Butler shows up today for the Heat. Yeah. Oh, boy.
Goodbye.
Okay. We'll take Mindy on the Celtics here on the money line, and I'm on the under here tonight. Ron says Heat gets the win. All right. And Latifa says she'll be watching. I didn't realize the Heat was she was a Heat fan. And Ziggy Heat first quarter and first half. All right, and the great one looks like is a Boston fan. All right, that's it. Enjoy the game tonight in the NBA. And will we see who's going to play Denver? We might need more time while Denver relaxes. All right, Mindy, over in the NHL tonight, the Stars and the Knights going to go at it again here in this one. And, well, the Knights are still in position, possibly to close it out. They are up 3-1 now in the series. You know, it's funny because you listen to some of the talk about, we preview, you know, we weren't here on every day, but we probably previewed for each team, I would say at least, I don't know, what, 70, 75 games of each team this year, every single day. All season long, Mindy, we talked about how Ottinger, uh, you know, not out of nowhere. I mean, he's kind of, you know, younger, but still been around a little bit. But this season, he kind of came into his own a little bit, became one of the best goalies statistically this year, had a streak there where he was nearly unbeatable for a while. His stats were tremendous. All of a sudden, we're just throwing him in there like, you know, and granted, they won the last game, but, you know, he's been pulled twice of late. Here's a guy we also talked about his workload
Sure.
a little bit as well and how heavy it was. So it's almost like people forgot how good this guy was during the regular season and kind of just lumping him in there as a, you know, just barely above average goalie when he's been one of the best guys this season. But in that game 3, when he got pulled in that one, so he was really shown up in that one by Hill, but able to come back, get the win, stay alive in game 4. And, you know, he still had somewhat high goals against overall, but he was just so good in so many games. So, anyways, here we go. Game number 5. Knights leading 3-1.
Yeah, I mean, I almost feel like some of I don't know, maybe the bigger story here is this Golden Knights team. I kind of feel like they're the ones that have kind of come out of nowhere this season. You know, we talked about them picking up quick. We didn't know if that was going to be a factor at the time, but they were a team that was looking to make moves. And I think that's kind of all they've done here. And again, I was a Stars fan all season long. I thought they were going to go here. I thought they were going to do it, but then I thought they looked a little shaky versus the Kraken. You know what I mean? So tonight I'm going to go back on Vegas here again. They scored 13 goals in the series by only giving up 8. I don't expect the Stars here to go 2-2 on their power plays again like they did in the last one. I kind of felt like the Golden Knights were in control of that game and then wound up just kind of squandering it there at the end. I think they're going to, again, turn up the pressure here on Ottinger. I'm going to take the Golden Knights, Ramon. I think they're going to finish it up here tonight.
All right, Mindy says, take the Knights, wrap it up, and let's get on with the Stanley Cup Finals, the Florida Panthers and the Vegas Golden Knights. But they've got to win one of these next 3 games, and they're at home tonight. Did see some comments there about here's about I don't know. It seems that there's plenty of there's stars support in the chat as well, but I like the Golden Knights here at home to get it done. $1.45 or so. Londo likes the under as well. And we're seeing, massive defense here. I tried to get cute and take it over. Here's Nathan on the Golden Knights. All right.
All right.
I'll take him as well.
Let's do it. Should be a good one. I think all of these playoff games have been pretty good. Pretty pleased with the NHL this season.
Yeah. Wish it was a year round, I guess, at this point. I need a lot of NHL right now. James Edward not winning today, Vegas.
Ah.
What is Latifa saying here? 1-1 game over.
Maybe it's going to be a 1-1 game, and then Vegas gets the win at the end. So she really likes the under there.
Maybe 2-1 overtime, something like that, or 2-1 late. All right, enjoy the playoff games tonight. We've got Major League Baseball, a couple of early games going off, and then we'll got that big 4:00 window
right
there today, and a national TV window as well. So let's take a look at those games. Oh, we got a few more here. Joel Costa on the Golden Knights. Yeah, Latifa says 2-1 in overtime. VGK, I think, is her final proclamation. All right, the Padres are in action against. Oh, let me fix them. The Padres are not favored in this game. I know that.
They should be, right? After that game last night, Ramon. Look at them putting up the runs.
The Yankees are the favorites with Luis Severino. In fact, they're up to almost $1.50 now already, and 8.5 under 20 in this one.
So yeah, I mean, Owaka has pitched against this Yankees team, about 8 times in the past 2-3 years here. I just think it's one of those that I think he's going to fare well versus this Yankees team. I just kind of feel like too much juice for the Yankees here. I think Severino looks fine in his, opening, but I'm not sure if he's a 150 favorite here. I'm going to take the Padres. I'm going to take them on the run line here today. Looks like about minus 165 or so.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe even a little bit less. So many on the Padres here with Waka. Yeah, I mean, people, they kind of make fun of Waka a little bit. But he is 5-1 last I checked for a team that, isn't playing great. But 5-1, 3.58 ERA. I think I've been one of the few that kind of said, you know what, he might be okay. Last 3 games have been just outstanding for Waka. Terrific, quite frankly. So I can see what Mindy is looking at here. Maybe with the Padres, we saw Severino so far with his start was just pretty good, I'd say. Yankees, of course, have now lost 3 straight. See what the chat has to say in this one about my Padres. Bionic might be on the Padres, but Ziggy's on the money line, and Londo likes the Yankees here. James says he's on the Padres today for $7. A Yankees first 5 under for Blake in the game. He wants to go under in the first 5. Severino prop here. And yeah, Latifa going to lay off after that. Padre win yesterday, getting it done 5-1. Mindy mentioned. Right. She said putting up those 5 runs, I guess, for them, pretty good, huh? GG Virtual here today. Yeah, Waka has been very good, right? I mean, last 3 starts, that 0.47 ERA and 0.74 whip, 19 strikeouts. So pretty good. And all right, yeah, James, that's just some slang. That's some
Yeah,
gambling slang.
$7 slang.
That makes me cool. All right. So, all right, Mindy, I'll just take the under in this one. We saw 5-1 yesterday. I don't know. We'll see if Luis Severino, if this is going to be something where he can make a big contribution here. I'll take the under. We know we've seen, like I said, for whatever reason, these Yankee games. And look, here's ours. He's from New York City. He says take the under, and I just see Yankee games at home. They seem to go under.
They just kind of seem to, yeah.
They got all, they've got Judge, but like I said, I think the Park's playing the Park's playing big. So I'm going to take the under in this one. I mean, I know Mindy's giving me the opportunity. She's laying it right there in front of my face. Take the Padres. They're the team that makes the most unders. Right, they're basically a third of their games have gone over. 2/3 of the games have gone under. Darren's on the under as well. All right. All right, let's move on here, and we'll take a look at the White Sox and the Tigers. These are both 1 o'clock Eastern starts, 12 Central and 10 Pacific. Schultens makes his second start. He's going up against Michael Lorenzen here, the Tigers. $1.15, 9 under 25.
Yeah, I mean, Lorenzen was kind of hit hard last time, but before that, he had some really, really strong, starts, only allowing 14 hits and like 20 innings. He's still sitting at a 3.71 ERA, 7.4 Ks per 9 innings. Schulten seems to be, a little bit less in that category, 5.6 Ks per 9 here, but has a decent ERA. But again, only 8 innings pitched here thus far. I know the White Sox kind of were lights out hitting yesterday. I'm not quite seeing it go that way today. I'm going to go ahead and take the Tigers. I think they're going to come back here. They've been hitting about 250 here as of late. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the Tigers in this one.
I agree with you, Minnie. I'm going to take the Tigers with Lorenzen here. He's put up some profits so far. He's got a 4 ERA, but even better than that, his last 3 starts, a 2.89 ERA. So I'm going to end up on the Tigers here with you in this one. But we do see some support here in the chat. Hello to Brett. Welcome today. Londo likes the White Sox, as does Latifa, but here comes James and Darren on the Tigers. So you figure this game close to a toss-up. We'd see both teams gaining support. Yeah. Tigers for Blake, but money line on the White Sox. Bionic on the Tigers. Latifa unsure. We'll take the Tigers, though. Lorenzen, certainly he's got more experience than Schultens here. So let's get on these Tigers a little bit. Give them a chance at home. And Ziggy says the Tigers are as good they're as good as they can be. I think is that they're not awful considering how bad
right.
the Tigers have been over the last few years. Is that what we're kind of saying? Yeah, White Sox, got the win yesterday. I get it. And I struck out with the under in that one yesterday. Mindy, you were right on that one. I, for some reason, went against you with a premium. So, and I gave out Tigers on the show. White Sox got it done. Let's come back on the Tigers, though. I'm going to come back on the Tigers today. All right. Next up, we have the Blue Jays and the Twins. An interesting series here yesterday, Mindy. We did see the Blue Jays come through with the victory with Gausman. And you had another great pick on the under. So we hit this one on the show yesterday, although I did go over in a premium. But nonetheless, we gave out 2 winning plays on the show yesterday with the Blue Jays and the Twins. Let's come back with them today.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to come in on the Twins here today, sitting at what, -113 or so. It's one of those I would like him on the run line today to get a little bit extra. I think Lopez here, he's kind of settled in. He's not giving up the long ball, which I like. On the other hand, Bassett is. He's giving up, almost 3 home runs per 9. The Twins is averaging 4.85 runs of offense, but only giving up 3.77 as of late. So I think that's been kind of the big determining factor is that this Twins team, even though they've had their struggles, have not allowed a lot of runs. And on the other hand, this Blue Jays team that has been struggling, they're the ones that are allowing all of the runs, almost 5.93 runs of offense to their opponents. So I'm going to go ahead and go on the Twins here.
All right, Mindy here on the Twins today at home with Lopez. We know Bassett has been off the charts of late at 0.81 ERA in his last 3 starts. So he's been very, very sharp. Whether or not he's found something or if it's just a short-term excellence. I mean, it's been really, really elite, quite frankly.
Sure.
Ziggy on the Blue Jays. Saw some others. Saw Moneyline on the Blue Jays. Saw Londo on the Twins. Brett was on the Blue Jays. And James said Twins and over. Bionic also on the Twins. Justin on the over here. What is the current total? 8 flat?
Looks like it.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to take the under in this one with these two. I mentioned Bassett and his great numbers. You talked about Lopez. Yeah, maybe he's giving a little bit back. He's given up 4 home runs in his last 3 starts. But I'm going to go under here with the Blue Jays and the Twins today. And Fernando also. Here's over, money line over. Man, you guys are on the over here, and I just gave out the under. Oh, well. Hello to C. James here today. All right.
Hello.
All right. 2 pretty good teams we saw yesterday, Mindy. We gave out a winner here with the Rangers. We went against the Orioles yesterday, and we'll mention also Tony T, premium winner on the over in this one. Mindy, you got Haney going up against Kramer here, and Kramer about $1.15, 9 under 15.
Yeah, I mean, I think this one is going to be a good one. Again, you have some teams here that we know can put up the runs. You have the 3rd most runs and the 4th most runs. So, I mean, it's one of those that these guys put pressure on their opposing pitchers. That's for sure. And Kramer, I think, after a little bit of a shaky start, has really pitched well here as of late. I kind of give that edge to Baltimore here, as well as the home field advantage. I'm going to go ahead and take the Orioles here today, Ramon.
Me too, because Dane Kramer is a money-making machine when he's on the mound, and that's what I remember when I bet on him. Londo likes Baltimore. Ziggy is on the over here. Looks like Blake also. James Edwards says, don't trust Kramer. Well, I know him. He's got an ERA of over 4.5, but he is 5-1 and 2.12 ERA in his last 3 starts. Although, is giving up some hits, some walks, working out of trouble a little bit. Not striking out a ton of batters, at least not as many as Andrew Heaney. So let's see, Latifa, Baltimore as well with us. We're on a premium together here. James is going to wait for the action to come in. Latifa also on the over. Bionic on the Orioles. And it looks like Fernando here going to take a little reverse run line action.
It looks like it, huh?
Okay. All right, I'm going to take Kramer here. This looks like a pretty good price. Hey, we were right yesterday when going with Texas, so if we're switching to Baltimore,
We're
That's
switching
good.
it up.
Yeah. Maybe we have a handle on this series. We'll see. But you mentioned it. Good offenses. No doubt about it. And one more there. Let's see. All right, here we go. I like how I saw Bionic just one step ahead of us, knows the rotation order, if you will. In fact,
On top of it.
I want to actually fix my graphic on the next game because I think we know who's starting for the A's. I don't think we've seen a confirmation yet, and I don't even think. Usually we've, at least had some speculation on the line, and I don't know if you've seen anything, Mindy. I don't. I'm trying to find something. Maybe
Oh, well, I mean, I saw it was Hogan Harris. I don't know. Is that going to be it?
Oh yeah, no, I believe it will be Hogan Harris. I just was hoping to see a line. Now let's just
Oh, I see what you're saying.
let's give Hogan Harris the benefit of the doubt. Okay, he just is coming off one of the worst major league debuts ever. I just don't know how else I could put it. The first pitcher to I don't even know if I got it right, Mindy. The first, maybe you have it there. The first pitcher to ever give up 5 hits and 5 walks, or no, 5 runs and 5 walks in his major league debut since when Joe Nuxhall came in as a 16-year-old in like 1944 or whatever year it was. So I read it. I didn't write it down. You guys can correct me or make fun of me or whatever. He's got a 162 ERA. So
Whoops. Yeah, not a way to start, right? Not a way to start. So yeah, that's why I feel like I should come back on the Oakland run line today, Ramon. I think it's just because the A's, they do tend to hit the lefties. Whenever, I like Framber a lot, but it's whenever they play him, it seems to be a one-run game or he gets the loss. I don't know what it is about it. Whenever they face Valdez, they play him close, no matter what here. So the Oakland run line, I know you've tried to be on them a couple times, and it's pretty good. It's 10 games better than, Houston's run line, actually. So, yeah, I'll be a little crazy today. I'm going to take Oakland on the run line here.
all right, Mindy, we'll take Oakland plus the 1.5 against the mighty Astros. Yeah, I'm tired of doing it. I'm afraid.
I'm tired of it.
And too bad Oakland has no fans. And what if Harris became a great pitcher and he could have because the A's, they always are the best with
Hogan's
making up.
hero.
Yeah, they're the best with making up nicknames and having little groups in the stands when they had fans. They always had little groups like that. So, hi, Twan Lee here today. All right.
So he doesn't
Poker
think my pick
legend.
totally, out of the ballpark there. That's good. That's good.
This guy was selling popcorn, right? He always talk about Mindy. Come to the ballpark on Saturday, and every first 5 fans in attendance will get a chance to pitch.
That way, at least that way you don't get at least your 3 at bats versus 1 pitcher, right? You can change it up with the 5 pitchers in 1 game.
James Edward likes an upset. I will say this, right, Mindy? What I keep talking about with the A's and this record-setting. Oh, is it a record-setting for
In the bad, record
right?
setting in the bad.
For me to take the A's again on the to take the A's on the money line, for example, in this situation against Framber, I mean, I'd need like 375.
Yeah.
I would think the way it's going. So, anyways, we don't even have a line like who said no,
Yeah, it's all
DK
speculation.
no line. There's just no. We rarely have gone onto the show without at least some even outlaw line or anything. Let's face it. I mean, we know what the line's going to be. I mean, I'll make it up. Does anybody have a line? I'm going to make up the line. It's Astros like 275.
No, they're still saying here that it's not even on, DraftKings or anything like that. So.
Well, I'd say Astro.
We're looking at the line service.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure it's going to be, Astros 275 total, probably 8.5, maybe 8.5 under. I would think. So jot it down. See how close I am. I'm not even cheating. I don't see anything. And
No, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Justin will take the over, whatever it is. And Nathan talking about it there. Yeah, the Astros got it done yesterday. Gave it out on the show. And what was that score yesterday? I thought I had it here written. And hello to Burley. Jordan Carter, hello. He will take it with you, Mindy. He'll take Oakland. As Ziggy says, it'll be $3 as well. And all right. Probably put too much time into that one. Mindy on the I didn't make a pick, did I? I'll just take the challenge. We don't have a line. We don't have anything. I'll just take the challenge in this one because we know the line is going to be pretty accurate to what we said. So,
Ramon, Astros run line.
Yep, and Mindy on Athletics run line. We got a
challenge. Mindy versus Ramon. Top rope.
He was with you.
I don't know what it is about Framber losing today. So, I mean, again, that was my handicap. That's pretty much it.
And I can't even keep it straight out here. I'm in Las Vegas, and every day the Tide, we're not county's not going to approve it. They might have to play on a different location. It's kind of messed up here. It looks like everything's, kind of signed, sealed, and delivered as far as getting the stadium, but public never wants to pay for it. They don't have to here. This is from what I've learned and seeing, all these sports facilities here especially for me coming from San Diego, where it's like pulling teeth.
Right.
But it's hard to get anything approved for San Diego. That's why they lost their football. Here in Vegas, I mean, they build stadiums like they're growing weeds. So I don't think it'll be much of a problem. I mean, they've got stadiums all over the place here in this city. Old stadiums, new stadiums, minor league parks. Houston run line here. Super run line, Justin. And all right. Yeah, Brett, I don't know. I mean, remember this the first thing that I said, remember, Mindy, about the Athletics moving to Las Vegas? This would be their fourth city. Remember, they were the Philadelphia Athletics, they were the Kansas City Athletics, then they were the Oakland Athletics. If any team has moved, this is the most transient team in sports. I think even more than the Raiders. They all ended up here in Vegas. All right, here we go. The Phillies and the Braves in this one. Well, we saw the Phillies get a victory yesterday. Mindy, I think we got a push. That was our one push, I think, on our 4-2-1 record yesterday on the total. Here, the Braves with Morton, $1.35, 9 under 20. When I see that Braves and Morton, I don't know if anybody were old enough to know. Remember when the Braves used to have a rain delay back in the day on the Superstation, and they'd pull out the big tarp, and on the tarp, their sponsor was Morton Salt. And it said, when it rains, it pours. Phillies and Braves.
All right. I think I'm going to come back on the Phillies here today with Zach Wheeler. I think for me, a lot of this is going to be bullpen work. I think that Zach Wheeler can keep this one close here throughout. It's one of those, like, I have to make sure that, he doesn't give up any big hits. He has the .436 here slugging percentage against him. That's the only thing that worries me a little bit. Again, I feel like, he does have a subpar ERA, but I feel like he's a better pitcher than that. Morton has struggled a little bit. So for me, I'm going to go back with the Phillies here today.
Ziggy wants over 9 in this game. Hello to Thomas Poston here today. Good to see Thomas here. Blake Braves first five. Here's Londo liking Atlanta in this one. James goes with Mindy and says Phillies is a lock for him. Darren on Atlanta. This one, Atlanta favored, but still, I'd say somewhat closely rated. And Nathan in the race to 2. I'll take the under in this one with Wheeler and Morton. I want to slide him a little bit there, but yeah, I'll go under here with these two. All right. Thought we had another.
Yeah, you got Bionic with the under.
Oh, okay, there they were. Yeah, I had to hit the
Agree with you.
button there. Yeah, but Latifa's on the over.
Ah.
And James says no chance for the Braves today. Likes the Phillies, but Ron G says Atlanta and over. Jordan on the under. This one's all over the place.
It is. It does seem like it's kind of all over the place.
I feel like I'm all over the place with this baseball card right now and my baseball picks a little bit. And Burley on the under here. He's under on this under.
I like the under on this under.
All right, the Giants. The Giants. Now all
Putting
of
up a
a sudden
Giants
they're
score.
coming through in the National League West. 15 runs yesterday. Mindy, we had the over. Tony had a premium on the Giants yesterday. So, anyways, here in this one, another closely rated game showing right now. The Brewers favorite, $1.15, 7.5 under 20.
Yeah, I think this game should be tight all the way. I think you got, two really good pitchers here today in this one. I like how this one sets up here on the mound. I really kind of think it could go either way. That's kind of what this line is indicating here again. So for me, I'm kind of going to stick with the hot hand. I'm going to go back on the Giants. I think their offense is starting to become a little bit more reliable, even though that's, like loosely stated there. I think their bullpen seems pretty stable as well. I'm going to go with San Francisco Giants.
Mindy on the Giants here on the road after what we saw yesterday. Bionic also on the Giants. Ziggy will take the Brewers. Londo's on the Giants. Brett likes a great start for Webb and to get strikeouts, and it looks like also to win the game here. James Edward, though, doesn't trust Logan Webb in this one. I think we were expecting maybe a little bit more from both these guys. Skitzlow here today says under, but Ron, she's on the over. Man, looks like a tough card.
Right.
Latifa on the Giants here today. So, all right. Yeah, I mean, look, Webb's been hot. There's no doubt about it. I mean, his last 3 starts, he has an ERA under 1. That's why I'm coming in on him today. And Burns, he's given up 5 home runs in his last 3 starts. So
did I hear a consensus play, Ramon? Did I hear it?
Yeah, no. Let's take it. Let's take the Giants here.
Consensus play number 4.
Yep. And here's Burley, Giants first 5. Justin says over.
James says, Mindy, I'll take the Brewers. Write it down. All right. Ready?
All right. Write
it down.
Michael Thompson. And here's the thing. Everyone says, there's all that critical, right? Happy Memorial. People will say, it's not happy. I disagree. I agree with Michael. Happy Memorial. We celebrate those that gave their lives for us. We're tremendously in debt. Just make it clear. We'll be here on Monday. We'll talk about it then. But I always get mad when somebody says, why do you say Happy Memorial Day? Those people have made it so that we can celebrate every single day in our country. So I won't go too much into that, but I'm going to agree with Michael. People always say, "Oh, don't say happy. It's a somber day." There is a moment for that song. I remember we used to do in the poker when I was a poker dealer for 15 years, and in poker, Mindy, there's a lot of veterans, a lot of older people that sit around. Many veterans playing poker, older people, and every year at the time, the 3 Eastern, noon Pacific, we'd stop the poker and take a moment of silence, which is crazy in a poker room because whenever you're in a poker room, right, folks, you hear that magic noise, the
The
chips and
twinkling of the
everything.
chips. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Uh, okay, let's move on to the next one. I think we're on the Giants there. All right, the Nationals and the What a game yesterday, Mindy.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Saved some runs here.
12-10. Goodness.
That was another winner for us yesterday, Mindy. I had a premium winner on the Nationals, but we had the over. Another one of our winners yesterday. That was we looked pretty good on that pick, I'd say.
Right.
Anyways, here today, Brady said this is virtually a pick 'em. I'd say if you looked at the screen, there'd be a slight lean to the Royals. A few books having them as the slight favorite here. This total is continuing to move up. I'm showing it now at 9.5 under 25, which is a higher number than 9/25, even though it's a little bit, you know.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's been interesting for the Royals because they are the ones that have had a little bit of trouble producing runs, and then suddenly they break out for like a 5 spot in what, like the 6th or 7th inning. I mean, like it's pretty crazy
It
how
kept
they've
coming
been
back.
that's done, right? Just plugging away, getting it back. But they've only had 12 runs in like their last 5 losses, so it's one of those that I think I think we got Josiah Gray. I think he's been playing better. I think the Nats are playing good ball right now. I think he's maybe considered to be their ace. He's been a better road pitcher here all season. And now he faces the Royals. I mean, they hit, usually about 220 minus what they did yesterday. I'm going to go back on the Nationals here again today.
Okay, Mindy, take those Nationals. She's going against her Royals.
Again.
Uh-huh. All right, could I find a way to get on this over again? Are we going to see more action from these teams?
Yes.
Nathan here on Washington. Latifa will take it again, and so will I. I'll go on the over in this one with Gray and Singer. Singer's been, he's been a little bit better, no doubt, but he has that 7.5 ERA, as you mentioned, Mindy, this season so far. And, hasn't been a great situation. These Royals in home day games, just 2-8.
Yikes.
But you mentioned Gray, and we make fun every time, right? Because I keep thinking, do I say the right Gray?
Yeah, Joe
Between
Gray.
John and Sonny and Josiah. But Josiah Gray's he's starting to look like John Gray and Sonny Gray. We talked about, he's he's still young. He has all the potential in the world, and maybe he was rushed, but now all of a sudden, he's got his ERA down to 2.65. Yeah. Does he have to cut out the control issues still? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. But he hasn't given up a homer in the last few games, and but I'll take the over here in this one after what we saw yesterday a little bit.
Sure.
Oh, they'll change, James. That's guaranteed in baseball. Maybe not too much, but Bionic on the Nats with you, Mindy. I'll take the over. All right. All right. This should be great news. Oh, just what the Rays need is more help. Tyler Glass, no. Look, he's making his season debut, which was delayed because of he had Tommy John surgery. Remember, and we really have only seen him. I think they said 3 games in the last since 2021. He had an oblique injury, I think it was, that kind of slowed his comeback here. But again, he had TJ, and so I would expect this is great news for the Rays to get a pitcher. I would think I'm going to say of Tyler Glasnow's caliber. Remember how good he was prior to the injury, so he's going up against Kershaw here today. So good matchup, but good to see Glasnow back. We'll see, if he's on a leash or anything here in this start. But again, it wasn't an arm. It was an arm injury to a certain extent because that's what originally sidelined him back when. But
oblique, yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think here?
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be the real question, right? I mean, how many innings is he going to be able to get? How many will they let him, try out here as well? So again, I'm not too worried with these, bullpen guys, only because I think that the Dodgers bullpen and the Rays bullpen match up pretty well throughout. I think it's going to be more about the Rays hitting today. I mean, they're hitting a 304 versus lefties, and they come against Kershaw that I kind of feel like is, struggled a little bit here on the road here this season. I'm going to go ahead and take the Rays today.
All right, Mindy says take the Rays. Boy, they really kind of dominated the game yesterday. Yeah, the Dodgers got off to the fast start, but that didn't last long.
You're right.
And maybe this is a little bit of a, I'm not saying trap like the old trap term in gambling. I'm just saying a little trap to go down to play Tampa right now for the Dodgers. They've been on a pretty wild busy. They've been busy. They've been a little bit tired, I would think, on this road trip, and I think we kind of saw that yesterday. And having to come back in a day game today, I don't think it's a very good situation for the Dodgers. Kershaw, he can lead them through this game certainly, but they are going to need some offense, and he hasn't been as good of late. 4.3 ERA in his last 3 starts, still under 3 for the year. So Tampa Bay at home in day games, 12-2. They have gone over.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah, they've gone over in 7 straight games. I'm going to be on Tampa with Mindy today. Good luck to the Dodgers. Here, let's see. Money line's going to be on his Rays. And Blake gives us an update there, Mindy. Astros are minus 350 in that game. Right. So a good 50 cents higher than
what you thought.
Value on the A's, I guess.
And we're getting closer to that value number you were talking about.
Yeah, right. Again, I said, once they get to $4, then maybe you could start considering the A's. So Latifa on the over. Brett says to mow him down a little bit, at least in the strikeout department. And no doubt about it. I think it might even be a little bit better than that. That's about right on, I think. So Blake says, get ready for Nashville Rays. He'll go over 8 runs in this one. Bionic on the Rays, Burley on the Rays. Are we getting a good price on the Rays? Good enough for me. I'm in with Mindy. Let's do it. Consensus play here.
Number 5.
Mm-hmm. Justin on the over. Michael liked the Rays. Ziggy, though, Dodgers. Yep. And, but Glasnow, that was a while ago. No doubt about it. We haven't seen Glasnow in a while. And, boy, it's good that he's back. He can be scary. All right. All right, Minnie, I didn't catch why this one – because it's a pitching change. Vince Velasquez is going for the Pirates. Okay. I was wondering why that line was kind of off the board when I got up there in the middle of the night to get this show ready. Velasquez here. It's 2:15, and the total is 7.5. That's pretty close to the same line, so not too worried about it. But the Pirates did it yesterday, and I gave them out. I believe I gave it out on the show. I gave it on the run line
Right.
on the show. So uh, yesterday in that one, Mindy, the Pirates kind of pounded them a little bit. So that was a lot of runs for a game in Seattle.
Yeah, I mean, I was really surprised with the amount of runs that came in here. I mean, that's kind of not where the Mariners have been, and it's not really where this Pirates team has been as of late. So for me, I'm going to go back to the under in this game, Ramon. I just think it's going to be a little bit more of a pitching duel here, and I think it's going to be one that we're going to see less runs than what we did yesterday, going under the total.
Well, I should hope so. Mindy says go under here with the Pirates and the M's. And I'm gonna, man, God, the Mariners are gonna be able to do anything on the run line. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the chat. Ziggy did say he is on the Mariners run line there. Not a lot of comments on this game.
Yeah, right.
I was like, maybe looking for some help here, but yeah, I think it's 7.5. I kind of wanted to take a further look. I wasn't ready for Velasquez, obviously, as the starter, so I don't have the best handicap possible here. I don't think in this one. Let's see here. Velasquez, okay, he's been out for 3 weeks. We know that 3.06 ERA. He was terrific. He was on a little bit of a roll there before he got sidelined a bit. Here comes some comments here. Brett says Castillo 7 or more Ks.
Ooh, that's a bunch.
Allen on the under in this one. And Virgil says, even though he thinks Castillo is overrated, he wants to take the Mariners still here. Jordan says, take the M's. Gosh, I don't want to lay a run line with these guys, but Castillo has been, a bit of a disappointment, certainly, for his numbers of late, but still has a 3 ERA this season. So, all right. Well, Velasquez comes back. He must be ready. I'll just side with Mindy here and take a consensus. See a few people there on the under as well. So, IFKD in the house there today.
All right.
Okay, here we go. Here's the Reds and Williamson making another start, going up against the Cubs and Tyone. In this one, the Cubs are a pretty big favorite, $1.65, maybe even $1.70 here, and the total has dropped even further here to 9 under at -125. Reds and Cubs.
Yeah, what got into those Reds yesterday? Goodness. I mean, that was a bunch of runs that they put up. Haven't seen them do that in a while. Now they're coming in against Tyone. That's, I don't know, winless. It's one of those that I think he's pitched okay. It's just that the Cubs hasn't really been giving a lot of run support here as of late. We know Cincinnati hasn't necessarily dominated either, but I kind of feel like with what they did yesterday at the bats, they can get things going again. I think the offense is doing better. I expect the Cubs team to be able to, maybe get to, the Reds a little bit here. I think they're going to be able to keep it. I think they're going to be able to score more than what they did yesterday, Ramon. Anyway, I'm going to go over the total here, going over the 9.
Right, Mindy, over here, Reds and Cubs. And you take a look. We don't need butter. Well, we do need butterscotch, but you see this total, and that kind of should explain to you where we're headed in this one. Now, granted, it's come back a little bit on the under. The steam has been on the under as well, but I don't know. I'm kind of seeing it the way Mindy is here, and I'm gonna take the over in this one. You're being very, very kind to Tyone, Mindy, no doubt. I mean, he's got an 80 RA this season, and he's kind of getting into Jordan Lyles territory a little bit. Uh, 7 starts, I think, so far, and no victories. 9 ERA in his last 3 starts, or no, worse than that. 13 ERA and a WHIP of 2.5. It's just been bad. So let's take the over here in this one. I'd give the Reds a pretty big chance. Williamson, off of his debut, so we'll see. I mean, he was okay. He was okay. Just mention the Reds in road night games, just 4-11. So kind of want to find a way to get on the Reds a little bit, but may need a run line. Here's Ziggy on the over, Blake on the over, doubles on the over. So we've got a consensus here. I'm that girl's here today.
Good morning.
GG Virgil. So, yeah, I mean, Steele, what was up with that? I thought Steele would be better. I started off with a loser in that one. So Bionic says Reds run line. Over for Verley. Over for Michael Thompson. So we've got a pretty good consensus on the over here. We'll go over 9. And Blake says 89 people here are great and 2 like. That's because only 2 people like us.
That's right.
The others just tolerate us.
Correct. Funny.
For the Cardinals, going to come in with Flaherty here, and for the Guardians, it's Justin Beebe. No, it's Tanner Beebe. Making a joke back to yesterday.
Yes, we got it. Nice.
So in this one, the Guardians a favorite here. No, I'm showing now. It could be a pick 'em. Maybe the money's coming in a little bit on the Cardinals here, Mindy. 8.5 under 25. That's a pick 'em now, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of going to be what kind of BB are we going to get here today? He started off really, really hot, kind of had some shaky starts. It's kind of been the same with Flaherty, I feel like, here as well. I got 2 guys that I feel like are, a little bit unstable here for me, but I have a Guardians bullpen I feel like is a little bit better. They've only given up 62 earned runs compared to 79 for this Cardinals team. So I think I'm going to back the Guardians here today and BB and hope that he has a good game in this one. I'm going to take the Guardians.
Oh, okay. Mindy on the Guardians here with BB. And let's see, Guardians for Ziggy. The Virgil's on the under here. That's where I'm going. I've got to go with these 2 teams right now. I've got to be on the under. It's just Cleveland first 5 here for Blake. Bionic on the under. I think if any game says under to me today, it's got to be this one. Michael's with you on Cleveland, Mindy. Steam came in on the under, probably not getting the best price. Let's see it. What did I say it was? 8.5 under 20. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take it still. I'll take under with Flaherty. We saw just 7 runs yesterday. I tried to give out the over on the show. That was a bad call. So I'll come back on the under in this one. Mindy's on the Guardians. Brett says, I like Brett giving an under prop. Yes, Brett.
Right. We don't see that often, right, Ramon?
When I see someone give out an under, I usually back it. Usually play it. All right, the Red Sox and Garrett Whitlock going up against the Diamondbacks. Zach Davies. Davies all so far profitable. Anyways, in this one, Mindy, you do have Boston, a road favorite here, $1.25, 9.5 under 20. We haven't seen Davies yet, though, in quite a while. They did win his first. I think they won those games, but we have two pitchers here who we haven't seen in about a month or even longer.
Yeah, I mean, he's only has 4 innings on his home turf with a 10.39 ERA. Whitlock, he also has the 10 ERA in 9 innings of work on the road. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be quite the pitcher's duel, perhaps, in this one. I feel like you got Red Sox here with a little bit better bullpen. I feel like the Red Sox are hitting well offensively. I'm going with the Red Sox today. I'm gonna take them. What minus? What'd you say about 130 or so?
Yeah, maybe $1.25 actually.
Yep.
Ziggy's ready to go over in this one. I put 9 on the screen. It's probably there might be some 9 overs out there. Oh, he said that right after over 9.5. That's where I'm gonna go here in this one. We saw the Red Sox put up 7 runs yesterday. Arizona did not uh, cooperate in that one. I did give out the under on the show, but that was a push. I'll go over in this one today. Mindy's on the Red Sox. Virgil's on the over with me. Bionic on the D-backs. Blake, Boston, first 5.
Go Blake.
All right, almost through with the baseball.
Almost.
Here's the Mets and Verlander here on the road going up against the Rockies and Chase Anderson. Mets are $1.85, 11 over 20.
Well, I think I can't recall. I think the Rockies didn't quite get the run line yesterday. Is that right? I can't remember.
It was 5
But
to
I'm gonna
2.
go. What's that?
5-2 Mets yesterday.
Yeah, so they didn't quite get it. I'm gonna go back with the Rockies here on the run line today. It's one of those like I don't really want to take the Mets here at the -$2, and I don't really like their offense as of late, just where they've been. I also like the Rockies, what they've been doing out of the bullpen as of late. So I'm gonna go with the Rockies here. Hope they keep it close in this one.
Mindy takes the Rockies with Chase Anderson going up against Verlander. And, well, Mindy, you know, I'm where we're headed. I just can't get off these, low scoring Colorado games at home. It just seems like right now these games are not going typical Rocky fashion. Scared money. He's not scared. He's got the under. And Virgil might take the Rockies. Ziggy will take the Rockies run line with you, but Bionic will lay the 1.5 with JB today. Blake going under. Ron will not bet on the Rockies. And Bionic also on the under in this one, and that's where I'm going to go. I'll take the under. Again, a Rockies home game. I'm just going under. It's almost blind. I do have Verlander in there. So far, he's been okay. He's keeping those walks down. That's good. And he's giving up the long ball a little bit. So Rockies just 6-12 at home in night games so far this year. And Burley also on the under. Brett says people are pounding the Verlander K-prop over. Finally, Mindy, it's your Angels taking on the Marlins. Otani, $1.95, 7.5, over 15. We saw the Marlins get the best of the Angels yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of expect the Marlins here to have another strong performance. I'm going to go over the total here in this one today. I kind of feel like with Cabrera, the Angels can get to them. And I feel like with Otani, I think that he's pretty good. I mean, the Marlins aren't great against him, but I think that they've been playing with a little bit of fire as of late. I feel like that little bit of comeback with the Rockies kind of started them off a little bit to get back moving with the bats. I'm going to go over the total.
Okay, Mindy wants to go over here. Marlins and Angels at 7.5.
Yeah. Cabrera gives up the long ball too.
Here's Ron G. They look at that K prop over. Ziggy wants to lay the run line with the Angels today. And yeah, the Angels. How about that stat, Mindy? That Otani and Trout. It seems like they haven't been together that long. They've already homered in the same game 26 times.
That's quite a bit.
I know Otani. What's this? Is the third year here or fourth year?
Right. Third.
That's a lot. That's a lot of double home run action from the guys. Pretty big line here, but even money or so on that run line that's getting some support. Oh, with Ziggy, so I gotta definitely put some credence behind that play. Ron only bets the Angels if Otani pitches. Yeah, Angels. They just do they? I don't know on the run line. I kind of want them here. I don't mind the over necessarily. I'll try the Angels on the run line here today.
Okay. Sounds good, Ramon. Sounds good.
Find a prop of those guys to homer together. Okay. All right, we're going to take a look at a couple games in the WNBA, then get out of here. And I've got 2 games on tap.
2.
Seems like we've been pretty okay here. Just want to mention Canada did come back to beat Latvia 4-2. So Canada will advance. Who will they play? United States and Germany coming up into 1 hour at the World Championships. So United States about minus 300 in that one. All right, Mindy, we're getting ready to take a look here. Just feel like Tony, you got to get the right graphic. Here we go. Sun and Liberty. Just want to make sure the line I have, because the other game, I don't even know if we've seen a line yet. Might need the chat to help us out, find a line for the game. Yeah, okay, it's out now. Okay. But this one's seen the total move up pretty high here all of a sudden in this game between the Sun and the Liberty. I'm showing the Liberty 7-point favorite at home, and the total has gone up 2.5 points so far to 165. If I had it wrong there, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's gone up a bunch.
At 165.5, it was 163.
Yeah. Well, the Sun now 3-0. They play some of the best defense, I think, in the league. They've been holding their opponents to only 72 points a game here. Going to be interesting to see what they do with the Liberty. I think they can go ahead and play pretty good defense here today, especially against someone like Brianna Stewart. You got to do it. Sun are 12-2 against the spread their last 14 road games. I'm going to take the Sun and the points here, Ramon.
Feels like too many points right now for a Connecticut team that, look, sure, they've had a pretty big roster overhaul. They lost their, superstar who moves over, to the Liberty. So this is kind of a big deal, this game, right? To see Jones now on the Liberty and Stewart, of course. Jones could have a big, big game here, I would think. But I kind of just want to chalk up the Sun to kind of like the Connecticut Huskies in a way. It just seems like they just keep going. I mean, they're already off to a 3-0 start. Here they are, a 7-point dog against the super team. So let's take the Sun here. 7 points until the Liberty proves that they are, the super team that's going to take on the Aces. I think it's fair to say right now, I mean, even though there's some other teams, Liberty and Aces, the teams to beat in their respective conferences. Jordan says what we are. It's it's all about what Connecticut does as a franchise. I think at this point, Ron says, "Give me the points now." It's already gone down from 7.5 to 7. So, Anger joining us says, "Good morning."
Yeah, Team Toyota Racing. There we go.
Liberty game to go under here for Blake. So hang on, Blake. Right now, this it could go even higher. We've seen some nice scoring so far. I mean, scoring in the WNBA. It's not all about those air balls anymore. And by the way, I have not seen a Nneka Ngumake highlight reel of all air balls. No matter what Jimmy Butler says, I looked all over YouTube. I typed it in.
Can't
I
find
said,
it.
Ngumake airball highlight reel. Now, I did see a video of a bunch of players putting up air balls in the WNBA, but that was a couple years ago. The video is old, so they're shooting better in the league. Anyways, I don't think NECA is known for her air balls, whatever, no matter what Jimmy Butler says there. So I'll take the Sun with you, Mindy.
All right.
We're on the Sun for sure. Okay, I'll give you cut you some slack here if your handicap wasn't quite ready on this one, Mindy. This line just actually did come out probably about an hour ago now that I remember. It was just as the show was coming on. So the Aces, again, they're a monster favorite here against the Sparks. Maybe, it was a little bit uncomfortable late there. We took the Sparks plus those points. And so I'm interested here maybe what you might have to say about this because, maybe the Sparks play well again and then maybe late the Aces start to go off and make it close to the spread or something.
Well, I mean, I think the difference here might be that they're home, right? I mean, they're going to have their championship celebration here. We know the Aces, like you said, just beat the Sparks on the road by 9. And again, I think it's going to come down to them being at home. I expect another good performance out of Jackie Young, 30 points there. Asia Wilson with her 13 rebounds. I think the Aces get this one today. I'm going to pick them laying the big points here today.
All right, Mindy, gonna lay the 15 this time with the Aces. Here's the thing, though, too, and maybe I can get with you on this. I probably wouldn't do it normally, but NECA is on the injury report. It might not be. She's sick, so also Jordan Canada also is ill in this game, so they're both questionable. And that makes it tough here. So, in fact, I would imagine that this line will actually go up once NECA is ruled out. If she is ruled out of this game, we're seeing already a 15.5 even pop up, and there are some. There's a couple 14.5s out there. So, it does feel a bit uncomfortable, but I do think maybe.
It's one of those we have to make a pick. So
I'm not down on LA. I'm high on LA, but you do have definitely looks like a shortened roster today for LA. Even if they are in the game, they've been reported as illness questionable. Both Canada and NECA Ngumake questionable for this game with an illness. So if you like the Aces, get on them now because this line will probably go up to 16.5 or 17 if and when those players are ruled out. So not a lot of opinion in this game. Ron says he'll just take the over, and you see that line, 170.5. Look at that game. It was going under, and then boom, all of a sudden late, here come the points. So all right, thanks a lot, everybody. Great to have everyone here today.
Are we taking Aces then, Ramon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, we're going every game, every WNBA. We're just totally consensus right now every time. Look, we I'm running out of good juice here. We had Chicago right last night.
Yep.
And we had Dallas, and they won but did not cover. So
yeah, pushish.
Yeah, it was real close down there at the end. So not a lot of opinion from anybody on this game. Mindy will give us the plays, and maybe let's see here. I think I might have some USFL action here today. Let's see.
Cool.
Yeah, let
Phone's
me
been hot. You better listen up.
check my notes here on this. Today it'll be Birmingham going up against New Orleans. In this first game, the Stallions a 2.5 point favorite, the total 46. I'm not sure on this one, but we do have a night game here between Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. Oh, the old rivalry, the Stars and the Maulers. I'll take the Pittsburgh Maulers as my USFL play here today. On the show. The Maulers they're 2-4 so far. Philadelphia is 3-3 in this league right now. There's a lot of parity. No team has gotten off to. Everyone's at least won 2 games. Everyone has at least lost 2 games. So pretty even there.
Yes.
Let's take a look at our plays today. All right, here they are. WNBA. Sun and Aces. NHL, we're on Vegas. And here's the baseball. Tigers money line, Orioles money line, Giants money line, Rays money line, Mills, Mariners under, and Cubs to go over. All right, everyone.
I like it.
Yep, great show. Thanks for your comments, your selections. Appreciate everyone here. We got up to over 80 viewers. Should note, shout out to everyone who watches on replay. I mean, we're seeing the show definitely average 350, 400, 450 and more. If you count up all the chop ups, even over 500 people. So we're so happy to have all of you as part of our team here, Morning Steam Team.
That's right.
Don't forget, hit us up in the Discord if you have any questions. I'll try to put some more plays in there today. That's at least one area where I had a few college winners. You had the good college winners yesterday, Mindy. Good job. And
well, if you came in, I would have had a really good one, plus 170. Couldn't quite make it.
Just pop it in there real quick, and then we'll get out of here just in case anybody wants to join us in our Discord. I'll put it up there right there for everyone.
I'm hitting some pool time today, Ramon. I'm excited. First pool today. First pool today. So pretty excited for that. It's been
all right. Thanks, everyone.
83 degrees. I think that's enough.
Oh my goodness. It's 70 here right now.
Oh, what is my temperature right now? Let's see. It is 64, but the water is very warm. It's supposed to get up to like 81, 82. So we'll be good. Enjoy your weekend, everyone, and your day. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll be here the next couple days.
Yep, we'll see you then. All right. For Mindy Hahn, I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye.